Hi everybody. I got some order from the production to wait 1 minute till all the people will combine and gather, all the Israelis too. It's very important today, and I will try slowly to explain, to bring all the knowledge about the amazing, complicated time that we create now. So slowly in 1 minute we will begin. Until then, I can sing for you. Okay, I will connect everybody from far. Oh, good. Can we begin? Okay. I will try in the Hebrew, in the word try come from the word miracle. I will try to bring the knowledge a little bit down, slow. And if you have any questions, just send them to the Facebook or whatever, or I will try to make everything clear because it's a very powerful time. And I didn't even invite people. There are just two people here, my wife and one of my assistants, because we didn't have the time even to organize everything. Yesterday I tuned everybody in the north of Israel, and the day before I had a big gathering. Okay. So we are now in the last step, in the last stage before the new world. I will say the last quarter, the last Mohican of the bridge to the new. Because in January and through January, we go into the new world of beginning of 26,000 years, ending 26,000 years officially, even if it's in the science. And we create now two big junctions, two eclipses, two kind of eclipse. And usually eclipse, it's all the history in the world. Eclipse, it's all the stories in the Bible. Eclipse, it's a male energy and female energy that create a junction. And if you come from out, you make your problem forever. And if you come from in, you allow in something that you never allow. So before 2 days, we begin the process of the eclipse that change physically the spirit. In Hebrew, spirit, it's the spirit of the self, of the spirit of the I am. That's spirit. And it's very powerful and very wise. I will try to explain what I mean. In the last week, there is a big change. And for me as a healer for 40 years, I feel that all the 40 years was a preparation to what I'm going to say now. It's like we build slowly and we prepare and to reach this time. And if we create this time to end 26,000 years and to begin 26,000 years, it means we have the knowledge and the energy inside of us. If not, If we're not, we could create this thing. So, few things changing this week energetically, very, very powerful. I would even say, even the spirit changes physically. Even it's not the right words, but that's the energy. The existence, the present of the higher self now, it's totally wanna be inside, because we will not begin the 26,000 years without the higher self are inside our system, in the middle of our system. All the light that we collected for 26,000 years. That's the soul now. The higher self exists in the body, in the physical body. It's create a new territory, a new space, a new energy, much less dense, much more wide, much more freedom, less friction and collide, and more ability to understand that we are the center of our center, less threatened by the out, less threatened by the pictures and reality that we create, because we will not feel them here. Different energy, different physical body, different sickness, different way to go forward, different awareness. Like I said the last lecture about the energy fields of the white square around us. Every time we come back home, that's create the energy fields that combine all the energy fields that exist in this universe and exist inside of us and what we made of. So, because the higher self is more grounded inside of us, he doesn't want any traumas, any blocks, any things from the past to block his light, because we are made of light. We want a purified light. All the lessons that we create is to add more light. That's the only thing that we care, even if we awareness or not. That's the only thing that the soul care, to purify the light, to create more light. And even the physical dense body, it's different density of light. That's for sure. That I said even before 40 years. But I feel now that all the 40 years in this lifetime that I'm leading and bringing knowledge and heal, prepare me to this time. It's not an easy time till January. It's not like, okay, let's sit and wait and things will come from out. Nothing is come from out, nothing. And that's going to be clear, because all the universe laws, all the energy that I teach, all the awareness that I already taught before, now it's going to be clear, not to our mind and to our head, to our energy, to our body. We will less struggle to feel who we are and what we made of and how things work and how to enjoy it. But until beginning of January and also inside January, we need to create the main thing that missing in us, because each one of us has one thing, one main issue that's the most important thing in his life. Let's say it's tomato. And he's the best in cucumber and the best in apples, the best in grapes. And it doesn't work with tomato. So he will not feel whole, he will not feel new, he will not feel satisfaction, he will not feel in his purpose and his mission, he will not be the middle of his system, he will not allowing feedback light. If his purpose is tomatoes, he has to work there. And now we create the main lesson to us, really kind of like to begin to bother us, that we will put awareness and go back home. And it's much easier now in this time to put awareness all the time, to guarantee the last quarter of the bridge, to come to the new world, to create really what we dream all our lifetimes, that we always knew that it exists, but we can never bring it here. To enjoy the awareness, to release the big bag of shits that we still have inside, that disturb us to be in our purpose, disturb us to, in Hebrew, to think, come from the word important, disturb us to feel important, to feel spirit, to feel the universe laws, and that's very, very important. So this is now a time that we need to go back home, take the tendency of everything, and we have to have tendencies like a jumper, and to take it back and go back home and go back home and put awareness. And even I suggest to add to every breath outside and from the mouth, I'm thinking, because from the nose you never release emotion. When you breathe from outside before you go to sleep, when you want to meditate, when you awareness, when you remember it, add to it if it's a pleasure or suffer. You don't have to be correct, you don't have to know exactly if it's this or that. Anyway, both are coming from the same source, but it's a time to clear the inside and to make space to the higher self to exist inside of us, and to create a new space that is going to teach us totally how to fix, how to enjoy what we create, how not to deal with others, because there is no one soul that cares about others, how not to deal with the mirrors that we create, how to fix in us, how to enjoy the pumping like accordion, to be open accordion, and how to really feel spirit. And when people will wake you up in the middle of the night, you will not say, okay, I'm a manager, or I'm a bank officer, or I'm a policeman. No, you will say, I'm a spirit being. That's something is going to change a lot. We will remember our spirit, we will speak, we will put our spirit in the front. That's the need now. In the side, I call it in the front from the front, in the front from the sides, in the front from the back, in the front from above of us, and in the front under us. Even it's not the right English, but this is how it's going to be. The spirit going to be in our awareness in the front. We will remember, because anyway all the flat tires are in the spirit, all the lessons in the spirit, all the connection with ourselves is in the spirit, all the mirror that we create them to change the spirit. All the forward, it's you change the spirit. You cannot fix ever the physics if you never fix the spirit. And the spirit in Hebrew, like I said, it's the spirit of the I am. Wow, that's biggie. It means we're going really to learn. All my teaching for 40 years is going to be very clear now. And we have to step to the new. And the first thing now, it's the first 2 weeks till the next eclipse, it's to fix the spirit. This is now we need to breathe, to add pleasure or suffer to every breathing, to get back home, to put awareness, to get some treatment from far or physically, to help the emptiness, because now whatever we clear, We don't create it again. That's a very, 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 very different from all the last 26,000 years. Especially the next month. And then, after we fix the spirit, we fix the second drawer. The second priority. We will fix the money. Money is the last name of all the materials. The first material that we deal with is our physical body. And then all the things that on my name, like the house, the car, the food, all the different densities of the material are connected to money because the money is the last name. The time, the spiral of the blessing, everything. And if we don't fix with the money, we're not allowing the highest metabolism for the spirit to exist in us. So in the 26 and 27 in this month, when it's a solar eclipse, it means it's real eclipse for the soul, something very powerful. We're going to change the connection with all the material and with the connection with money. Each person, either if it's awareness is connected or not or whatever, each person on earth, each company will change, each government, each group will change the connection with money. And finally, it will not be the reason of our worried, to exist in fear all the time, to want to collect money, to want to make money. If someone want to make money, the government in Jerusalem, there is a house that they print money. It's the only place that you can make money. Money, it's the last name of all the material, and it's about time we will understand the simple secret that when you pay with awareness, you're not losing, you're allowing double. But you need awareness. So this will be the second. Today we will focus in the spirit, how to allowing the spirit and how we allowing our system to have a new contact to the new world. Because the new world, it's everything. The new world, it's fountain of youth, it's different life. Here in this lifetime, in this physical body, it's different sense of time, different sense of body, totally freedom in a lot of issues, and finally a new space. I will not need to protect, because protect, like I teach before 40 years, the only thing that is do is invite attack. And because we never affected by others, and we're not affected others, we just have a screen, and what we project, that's what we get double. That's the main, this is the month that we going to change the screen. High definition, 4K, whatever you call it, will be a new screen. If we want it and if we don't want it. So you better be awareness, better be aware in this month, better hear lecture, get some work, get back to your home. Don't want to get rid of your problem that you create, because then you don't have anything to work on and anything to go forward. And breathe when you exhale, pleasure or suffer. Oh, pleasure. Oh, pleasure. Oh, suffer. And you just need now to balance the in and out. That's the main reason of money. That you will allowing what you want. And because we don't have money of our own, we don't have anything of our own, we don't have even energy of our own, everything's supposed to come through us, to tune us, to bring us to the middle line, And if we release it, we allow in double. If we hold it, we block everything. And in the new accordion that we're going to create, the new space, already physically it happened. Like almost 10 days, people start to create a new expanding, a new pumping, a new rhythm to every organ, to every energy fields, to every thought. This is why we want to clear the in, what's not belong anymore to the new. So, of course, whatever I said, it just a little bit drops from all what passing through me now, because it's the most powerful, busy, energetic, changing, transformation time, and we need to allow in the new, not by praying, not by want other people to do for us. Finally we'll understand the concept love, and we don't want other people to love us, and we will not love others. Finally we will love what we create. Finally we will be more freedom near our soulmates, and we will create our soulmates. Of course, they're always from the other sex, the soulmates. The energy fields, the white square that we create, that combine all the energy fields inside of us. It's connected to all the issues. Finally, we will not disturb the spirit with our head. We will stop to drink soup with a fork. We will stop to know with our head and to disturb and paralyze all the system. But nothing will come out from outside. It's the biggest time, and we still have like 1 month. Like I said, it's not a dancing, because we create the main issue. It's not a dancing time yet, but it's really, really the most powerful, important, critical transformation that if we ask my spirit, what you need, she will give you this list, exactly what we create now, to allow in the new. Also not to fear from the new, because everything is changing. Whether physically, of course, there is no outside world. Word in Hebrew, it's 40 kind of heaviness that you create. Our 40 kind of heaviness is changing. Even the sense of time, big difference also between night and day. It's like they're not connected. The night is very deep now, big dreams, that kind of night not connected to the day. Because in the night we cannot create the white square energy fields. But if you get back home during the day, and when I say day, it means sunrise and sunset, you create the energy fields. So maybe now a little bit I will hear some questions to bring more the knowledge down earth, because I don't want any of you, even I cannot want for you, to miss this time, to pass nearby and not to use it, because then it will be big limping and left behind after. So to use this time and to fix the spirit, and then to fix the spirit, the tool to function here, we call it money. It's not just the bills, but it's very important. Finally, we will feel important, value ourselves different, and I don't know about more words about to describe. Maybe slowly by your questions, I will bring more knowledge that connected to now and here, and what's happening now, and what we begin before today's. what's the eclipse, and then another eclipse in January 10. I'm coming to New York in January 3rd, and also people that need some work from far, you're welcome to help them to clear the right space. And now it's really like we clear the higher self landing, we clear, tack. So to create the right space to the higher self, and when it's land inside of us, totally, we create the right space, it's like a new territory that we never had before. And that's the biggest revolution ever in light. Create light, made of light, that we create ever. So if this is not biggie, so what's biggie? Let's hear some questions.
Yes, there are some questions. Okay, so Hali is asking, please say more about this. You said about something you said. The name of the spirit will be I am. She's asking what is that and how do we use it? And actually Amy is happy about this question because she also wants you to talk
in Hebrew,
more.
Spirit, ruchani, like I want to say Michael, spiritual, like Michael ruchani. It means Michael is a spiritual man. Ruchani, it means the spirit of the ani.
Me.
Of the me.
Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah, okay.
What I do without you. Listen, no, it's not just me. The spirit of the I am, the spirit of the me, the spirit of the self, the spirit of who I am, that's Ruchani. And it's very, very, very powerful. It means a lot. Because all what I need to do and all my purpose, I just wrote a book about it. How each one, his purpose is to think like his spirit. All the fixing and the lessons that we create, it's to try to fix the thinking in the spirit and my awareness to wake up. The ani, the existence. There are no other schools in Jupiter that the spirit can go and make a camp and come back forward. No. She needs a physical body, and through the self, through the me, through the I am. Why I said I am? Because the spirit now has to be in the front. Because we need to bring the me, the I am, to every lesson that we create, because everything begins in us and everything ends in us, and no one really affects our system like that, even 1% from 1,000. And we need to remember that everything begins in us and everything we create, everything. There is no outside forces, there is no outside reality, there is no outside God to all the Kabbalah of you. There is no outside God. From January, it will be very, very clear, like the sky is clear. And when I say the Ruchani, it's the spirit of I am, it means I need to bring my awareness. Even someone kind of like doing something to me that I create, I need to merge the part in me that invited that. Even that someone asked me to do something for him, I can do, because the physical action doesn't count. But I need to remember the spirit of me, that it begins in me. That's very, very powerful. Everything, even me, in this last month, I create very, very not simple issue, something very, very powerful, that I need to remember that it begins in me. in me. I created it. No one can create my reality. I created it. And that will be more clear in January, but we need to clear our system that will be clear. That we need to feel here, there is no more, I will be back soon, there is someone more important than me, I'm in love with others, there is someone important. No one, no kids, no family, no parents, no problem to help or to do, but to put awareness that you do it for your spirit. That's רוחני. הרוח של האני. In Hebrew also the ani. And en, it means nothing. And emptiness, it's the same letters. It's very, very important. It's about time that we will know that we don't have relationships with others. We have relationships just with ourselves, near others, near the right mirrors that we create. And finally we have a chance not to feel that all the lifetime in these 26,000 years was really, really very midget, very kind of like, if we want to compare them to this time, very bad. We didn't really fix nothing. We just create fear from outside. We just create outside forces, the illusion of outside forces, not to be ourselves. We stamp the midget contract, and there is no more. No more need, no more existence to the midget. The higher self came instead the midget inside of us. So the spirit of I am, it means we will remember in every minute, in every issue, that it begins in us, that there is no outside reality. We will also feel big, not to understand why I created and what it comes to listen, what comes to teach me, and why. No, we will get back to our spirit, to the middle line. Even vertical in Hebrew, it's I am God inside of me. That's very, very powerful. So we will bring here, and the spirit will take to the small rivers, but we will never know why with our mind. So yes, רוחני, Hali, it's the ruach shel ani. It means ani, and it's not selfishness, and it's not ego, it's the opposite. Finally, it's not the ani, it's the ani. It's through me, to be a vessel, to remember my spirit, like I said, even when people wake you up in the middle of the night, first you will say, the spirit of the I am, this is who I am, and this is the first thinking, and this is the first awareness, and this is the first memory. I will not say, oh, I'm a manager here, I make $100,000 a year, I'm blah, 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 blah. No. I will say I'm spirit. And spirit, finally, it's worth stocks of enjoy material. Because a lot of people in this next month going to lose a lot of money, but it's not really lose because it was never their own. They're going to change the blessing spiral, the balance in their life between in and out. And we will put through this the freedom to put our spirit in the first priority. That's the first and main reason why people create sicknesses and cancer, because the drawers are not in the places. It will be very hard now from the beginning of January to confuse in the drawers, in the priority. It will be very hard. People that will do it, I don't believe now what I see, that the spirit will stay with them.
You don't believe what you see, don't you?
From what he sees now, he doesn't believe that from January, if someone doesn't fix the drawers,
change
the spirit
priority, then you will stay here.
From the perspective now, I have more questions.
Please.
First of all, Esther Shemesh is together with Hali
In New York.
in New York. So Hallie's writing for her. She's asking you to say more about the white square and the difference between the day and the night.
Okay. The white square, it's the energy fields that we create near 4 of the soulmates, that they are the captain of 28 soulmates, 4 groups of 7, but we don't see the second, the third, the fourth, the fifth. We see just the first. We will allow him. And now every time, and it's the first month that it really happened, every time we get back home, it means I remember myself, I remember that I created, I remember not to get rid of what I create. I took the tendency and changed it. I want someone to love me, but I took it back and breathe in. Every time you go back home, you're not staying home. That's a big difference. You go back home every time, and now every 4 seconds there is a lesson. Before it was 2 lessons in one lifetime. Now every 4 seconds there is a lesson that we create. Every time you go back home, it means you remember yourself. You don't want to get rid of it. You know that it begins in you. You want to learn how to use it, not in your mind. You feed your spirit. Every time you're doing it, it creates the white square of energy fields. I used to say about these energy fields that it's such a laboratory that you put a sheet and right away it comes out gold. Just for the symbol. Why it's so important now? Because the higher self cannot live without these energy fields with his soulmates. But this is spiritually. If people create physically the soulmates to live with them, when they come closer physically, they create also the white square of energy fields. So those people that really live with their soulmates and they are both connected and equal, not like this, can create also, it will be different between day and night, but they create also the energy fields in the night. If you don't live with your soulmate and you not sleep near your soulmates, one of the white square, then now, before a few months, it begin big difference, huge difference between night and day. In the day, because the night just come to prepare us to the day, this is why in the night we die and the spirit leaves the body and all the blood physically come into the liver and the spirits sit in the beginning of the evening in the liver and editing the schedule of the spirit. This is why it's not good to be late. In Hebrew, to be late, it's someone that 40 dimensions leave the others people, and that's very, very wise and smart. So in the night, now, if you don't sleep with your soulmate, you don't, even if you get back home, you cannot create the energy fields, the laboratory that combine all the energy fields that you made of during the night. You cannot create. It will be just during the day. So this is why now between day and night it becomes like much more kind of like 2 different worlds. And this is why it's not good to analyze dream. This is why it's not good to think with our mind. This is why it's very, very important to put the right awareness, and that's the tikkun day. That's the daytime. Before 30 years, I wrote a book. I called it in English. I called it God in the Daytime. And now we see, this is why I said that all my teaching for 40 years in this lifetime, now it's really kind of like squeezed to one pipe, last Mohican to the new world. So more we go back home, more we get emotional ready to create the right soulmates. Not to be with them, to be near them. Because in the physical body, when some organ with the other organ, we call it cancer. Finally, we're going to feel how we are one system and we don't have a connection with anyone. And finally, we fix the loneliness. Because loneliness is to wait for someone to recognize me, to love me, to think about me, and there is no such a thing. It's a cosmic joke. Next question.
Michael, it's about this, what you said now. You said that during the day we could, by putting
We
the
can
right...
create the energy fields.
Yeah, we can create the Sedesivuvi, the energy field.
This energy field that is so special.
Yes, and at night, if you don't sleep near your soulmate, so you cannot create this energy field. So it's kind of a lower level than during the day. No. That's what I'm asking, because at night we're in the spiritual world when we go to sleep. So I thought it's a higher level than during the day that we're in the physical.
Wow, the sky is so beautiful. The night just came to prepare us for the day. It's not a lower level. We are made from a physical and spirit.
Mm-hmm.
In the day, we need to feel the spirit in the physical, in the money, in the sandwich, in the sex.
But if we don't have this Sedesivuvi, so it's
it's
not less spiritual or less high level?
No, not at all.
But you said that the goal of the spirit is to be in this...
So people get emotional ready to create the physically right soulmates.
Round field?
Round field, whatever. It's this very special energy fields.
Mm-hmm.
First of all, everything in this lifetime, it's wise. Wise, not just, okay, accepted, what can I do? I don't have a choice. No, it's wise. Wise, accurate, and spirit.
Spiritual.
And spiritual.
Mm-hmm.
Everything. Each one create exactly, each one try from the word miracle to fix the next level that he is. There is no jumping and no of steps. There is no such a thing. There is a huge order inside of us, and we need to feel it outside of us. If someone in the night is not sleeping near his soulmates, it means this is his stage now, and he doesn't care about if he will compare himself to someone else, he will be very sad. If he will really be with himself and create the next level of his and the next emotional ready, the next mirror, because it's not to create this physically soulmates, it means we need to create the physical, amazing, huge, big mirrors to meet ourselves.
So
Means
it's
I
not
need-
a
I
lower
need to
level
be-
than the day that during the day he
It's
could...
not low. No, not at all. I don't call it low. In the night we need to die, so it's low. More you die in happiness in the night, more you rejuvenate and happy during the day. Because we need to rejuvenate. It's like the gasoline of the spirit. In the day we have food, okay? And awareness in the night, spirit sandwiches for the spirit. You understand? That from the process of the spirit that she's coming in and out and bringing the blood. The blood is the film, all the tikkunim, to the liver, and then we stretch in the morning because the blood coming back as a film that was edited to the organs. Then that's the tikkun. Then we have a chance to create a new things. There are no tricks, and from the beginning of January we will know it. No tricks, no praying for others, no wanting for others. All the bullshit that now we can say it's bullshit because it was our survivor in the midget contract. Now we can say it's bullshit because now we have different needs. Now finally we wake up and and whatever I talk about January and that's a potential. Nothing will come from out. If we don't clear in, the higher self, how he can land and exist and ground himself inside of us, like he wants, not just for seconds.
But you said it's going to be more easy to put awareness into.
The people that will allow him to the higher self, then more the higher self, it's grounded inside of me, more I create the right space, the right territory around me. More my system is getting bigger and my accordion and my expanding and my rhythm and my pumping will be different. That's what we want. That's youth. That's energy. That's changing the sickness, changing the anatomic of the body, changing the way of thinking. Finally, the head will stop to disturb. It's okay to want things. That's naturally to want the next level. That's naturally. Natural. That's natural to want the next level. That will never get rid of. That the head kind of like, okay, the next thing. But I will take this tendency and come back in. It's okay when you pay to feel that you don't lose. And you allow and double, but still, who's there? I teach that for 40 years and no one is really there. But from January, it's going to be more like kind of like part of our breathing, because the spirit wanna sit in the skin and out, front in all the sides. Questions?
Yes. Hali is asking.
What's the weather in New York?
Yes, let us know. She said maybe she cites what you said. There is just another 26 years. She's asking
26,000.
26,000. Sorry. Even though it is new, she says it seems never ending and kind of depressing. Isn't there a vacation?
Oh, between.
Yeah,
you can go to ski in Vermont for 3 days, and 3 days not to put awareness.
Or in the 26,000, like we're heading another 26,000.
Vacation.
So isn't there a vacation in the middle?
Vacation in Hebrew come from the word to look for, lechapes.
She said that New York is warm and rainy.
Listen, I don't know about vacation. I know that all the people goes to vacation and they not enjoy. We're going to learn about pleasure and joy. We're going to learn about the principle that we lived and we forget. We call it principle of joy. Everything counts for the principle of joy. We're going to feel important. We're going to feel spirit. And again, it's not futuring. That's the need now. If you want or if you don't want, you are there. Depressing? No way. No way. Critical, powerful time that we need to put awareness 24 hours a day, yeah. But depressing, not at all.
But it could be.
Because we smell the new. We're allowing the new. like me physically in the last week, I feel the new space, the new territory, the new expanding of my existence. That's feeling so amazing, so powerful. It came from out? No. It came from, it happened because I'm allowing it. I'm allowing it by work, by awareness, by changing my habits, by not stick to the past, but not give powerful to outside forces, especially to God.
Michael, it could be that depression will come up as a need to leave the system.
Yeah, this is why I said. And usually I follow just my spirit try to teach me. This I can be proud of, that since I'm 3 years old, whatever was this, and when I was 3 years old, all this teaching was sound like UFOs. That every breath outside, exhale, it's suffer or pleasure, or you could call it joy or
Suffering,
pleasure.
you said pain.
Pain, sorry. Pain. It's my English. Pain or pleasure. That helps a lot now. And it's not trick. It's not like to use this eclipse, because in eclipse we better fix, if not we make our problem very, very for good. Our chance to clear, our chance to fix. Because there is no such a thing luck, and no one in this universe create our lifetime or our daytime or our 1 hour time, nothing. And we're going to feel revolution in our physical body, in our money, in my connected to food, my connected to the house I live, connected to my car, connected to the vitamins, connected to everything every material that exists. And first of all, connected to my physical body. The connection between me, my awareness, and my physical body, because this is the first physical density that I feel, and that's biggie. If this is not biggie, if this is not revolution, so till now, to wake up, we had to swim in a shit to create some cancer, to create some pre-cancers, to really create big traumas, and to try to wake up, and we really didn't wake up a little bit. Now we don't need to swim in shit to really wake up, and actually we have chance in this month to change the transformation, allowing without swimming shit. This is why Holly, depressing is not. No. You're right. Till now, for 26 hours in, why person feel depressed? Just because he feel the potential. And because he feel the potential and where he is, there are big gap, this is the depression. We call gallbladder. So you're right that we feel now the biggest potential ever, but it's not the same. We don't feel the depression coming with that. Questions?
Amy is asking a question. She says, it seems a very complex time. On the one hand, I'm struggling with evening nightmares, anxiety, sadness, and
all the emotions that want to leave. And from today, if she will exhale, and like I said, pleasure or pain, it will be much easier for the system to allowing the higher self landing and to create a new space. And I'm happy, Amy, that you're coming to Israel in such a critical time. Now finish the question.
So on the one hand, she feels all these things, and at some other level, she says, I feel wider, more peace, and less identified with what is happening. Freer, I think she means freer, a sense of
מה זה freer?
It's נראה לי חופשייה, but she
Okay.
wrote free, F-R-E-E-R.
לא משנה, אל תגידי לי.
I didn't, so freer, okay.
Okay.
A sense of expansion.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Is
that's
that
exactly.
because we are on the bridge, maybe, that she feels both things?
Yeah. It's the right. describe, איך אומרים?
מה?
לתאר.
תיאור, it's description.
It's the right description exactly where we are now and what's happening and what we're allowing and what want to live, like I said. Again, I will repeat it. All the bags of old shit. And in Hebrew, Genesis, it's create shit. That's Bereshit, bara shit.
So we have a new creation now. So we're losing all the shit.
Yeah, it's like all this what you describe, Amy. It's really things that before they used to live kind of like to rip our skin. And as a healer, that I feel the in and the out and the soul and this is no one can take for me. It's like things used to be ripped, נקרעו כאילו. Used to be ripped from our system. Now not. Even if it's a big trauma and big shit, why it's an amazing time. In a simple exhale, but it has to add the intention that I don't want to get rid of things. But use the exhale. Oh, either a few times a day or before sleep or during your meditation or just every time you feel that it's kind of like the problem is a little bigger than you. Pleasure, joy. And because they come from the same source, who cares if you're really accurate about if it's exactly pleasure or pain? We don't care. But it will empty you very easy. And it will allow in you this new calmness, new confidence, new choosing life. Choosing life, not just you and me. Each one of us. We want amazing life. We want to live. We don't want to die. We want to enjoy. We want to balance between what we want and what we're allowing. We want this. We want that. We want freedom. We want to walk in things that we love. And it's here. It's not will come next week. It's already here. Now, trying to settle down in our system. So let's help the system. But you describe exactly where we are. And like I said, it's not, even it's the last Mohican of the bridge, it's not a totally dancing time. No way. It's a demanding, critical, important, pain and pleasure too. And actually I'm looking at the computer, but I need to look to the camera.
Michael, the spiritual territory that we have the potential to
Expand it.
expand now, is it the same like the circle field? Is it the same thing, the silver field?
Don't make a fruit salad.
No, I'm asking because it's also the roundish fruit.
Don't make a fruit salad.
So it's not the same thing. It's two different fields.
Yeah. That's the accordion, that's the fields. Of course, they kind of like working together, but it's two different things. Yes.
Okay, Holly has a. First of all, Amy says thank you, and Holly has a request. She's asking us at the end of this lecture, can Michael give us a meditation to tune us to this time to repeat kivnun? If you could להקליט כיוונון, like we do in the other lectures. She's asking.
You're asking my mind or you're asking my spirit?
She's asking whoever's
We will
listening.
We will see if it's a need, if the spirit agree, if she's asking that from a trick, because she want to save the journey, or we will see. Because
Okay.
it's still full moon today.
Sure.
Yeah. She says she's asking from the spirit.
If she said spirit, that's it. Another thing it's very, very important with this expanding. The friction that used to be really make us scars. Because we don't wake up inside, we used to create friction with scars. Insulted, get hurt, physically, accident, a lot of things like inside of us. Because they're expanding, the friction is going to be very, very, very different. Very different. Less dense, less hurt, more right away awareness, less insulted, less feeling midget, less feeling dungeon. Yeah.
You said that each one of us has a main issue to fix this time, a main issue.
Yeah.
And I'm asking, what if I create different issues, different stories?
No, but
different-
it's not with the mind. Just get back to all what you create. Let's say subconsciously your spirit now want to go forward in the main issue, but you will not know exactly what it is. But all the ingredients that you create during the day, all the fixing, all the pictures and that, connected to this, to the main issue. So it means all the lessons that we create now, connecting to our main issue. Like I said, your main issue is tomato, don't go forward in grapes. Don't try to be the best in grapes.
But she doesn't have to know what the main issue is.
This is why I said, I just explained that we don't know if it's exactly tomato or grapes,
Yeah.
but now in the last quarter, in the last Mohican of the bridge, before the interest to this amazing new world that's going to, the entrance that we going forward, all the issues that you create now connected to your main issue.
Even though it seems like it's connected to a different issue.
Bo,
Okay.
clear, yeah?
And the main issue is like my purpose, my ye'ud, my...
In the main issue is all the soulmates, all the blessings, all the money that's supposed to pass through you, all the fountain of youth, all your happiness, all your satisfactions, all the ability to let the others, not to deal with others, because there is no one soul in this world that care about others, that want to get other soul forward, that want what other soul has. Nothing. Bullshit.
Amy is asking. She says, Oh, she has two questions. Okay. The collective world, she says,
Collective?
appears the collective, maybe subconscious
Subconscious
collective,
collective.
appears to, but in the not subconscious, it appears to be making very, very dark choices. She says, is that also part of this turning? Is the collective also on the bridge? She says, I know Michael teaches there's now no outside world, so what does that indicate about what is happening in our inner process? And Amy's asking...
First of all, there is no outside world. Second, there is no dark. Oh, no.
I think she
In
means
Hebrew, to
politics
change
and
and to
everything.
repeat. In Hebrew, to change it and to repeat, it's the same word. What we want to fix, we want to get more light inside of us, to purify the light. What we want to fix, just the next thing that is really, it's not really dark. There is no dark world, and there is no, even politics are accurate. All the spiral that we create, earthquake, there is a new order. So there is, the subconscious collective now create a new world. And why? Because each subconscious has this need inside of it. Because we're changing the need. Just because we're changing the need, we'll try to build that out. So I didn't understand exactly your question, Amy, but nothing happened. We create everything, and we create the right mirror, not to see the mirror and not to deal with the mirror, to see ourselves. And it's hard to see ourselves. We don't understand why I created, what I need to see in myself, why now, why we cannot. But we know that it begins in us. There is no outside reality, there is no dark world. Even your president is accurate. Everything is accurate.
I'm Hali replied to the question that Amy asked, and she was on the topics that interest her. She said, I wanted to ask about England election and impeachment, which is happening in the United States, and didn't know how. So this is exactly what she wants to ask. Like Amy asked about the dark choices and etc. But you gave examples.
Okay. First of all, everything is good or bad. There is no good or bad. Everything is accurate. And politics are the right flower in the top of spirals.
Flower course. Option.
That we choose. And we choose, and we want our politics will be like the highest priest in the Holy Land. If we still need people that has infection between their head and the body, that blocks the connection between head and body, we call them politics, and we read about them all day, and we hear about the news all day, and we always ask what's this infection said about this infection, and it means it's still our need, and I hope it will change. But until it will change, it's accurate. Never was so connection between weather and subconscious collective, between politics and subconscious collective. And I'm saying it because I want Bibi will be the prime minister and he's not. And even that I'm saying it It's accurate. Politics and the biggest revolution and different spiral that we build now in the subconscious collective are accurate. How we call it impeachment or London or this is איך אומרים אנטישמי?
Anti-Semitic or anti-Semitism, I don't know.
Anti-Semitism, Corbyn, or who cares? Everything is accurate and everything we create. And what's beautiful now? From one picture, all the world need to learn different lesson from one picture in TV. We say in one picture, and each one, and billions of billions of billions of people see that, they need to learn different lesson about themselves and try to fix something inside of them, in self, not connected to outside. So one thing I will answer you, Harley or Amy,
Both.
or me. You never, and now it's going to be clear, you never suffered about the politician or weather or whatever that you choose.
Politics.
Politics or whatever that you choose, never. Because we never suffer.
Politician.
We never suffer because others and everything we create and everything is accurate. And I just don't know it. For 40 years I knew it. I felt it. Now I smell it. I breathe it. I enjoy it. Even I'm not dancing yet. But it's the new cell in me. So stop to think that you suffer because Trump or whatever. And try to really begin to merge. Some woman before 2 days,
2 days ago.
2 days ago in the gathering, the big gathering that I did, told me that her father was screaming about her. At her. I said, and then she tried to describe how she tried to put awareness or whatever. I said something very simple. Did you merge the part in you that create the screaming? If you will really merge the part in you that create the screaming, you will be able to forgive yourself. That's something very wise I'm saying.
Merge the part.
להתחבר, to connect.
To connect. Did you connect? Did you merge the part in you?
To the part in you.
To the part in you that create the screaming. If you really merge the part in you that create the screaming, you forgive yourself, not forgive him. Then you will use it and you will fix it, and then it will be the best thing that you've ever created and ever used about screaming at you. And of course, if you will feel it, you will never create again that he will scream at you.
So if I forgive myself for creating...
But to forgive, it's not going by the mind.
Yes.
We need to merge the part in us
Connect.
that connect. That's what I do in the last 3 weeks. I always, every minute, merge the part in me that create this cake that's supposed to bother me. I merge.
Every time it comes up.
I connect and merge and just in me, that's it. Don't try to analyze, don't try to, nothing. Take all the tendency to deal with the other and merge the part in me that create that.
Okay. Amy wrote for about your answer. She says that is the first thing that makes sense to me. So strong, closer connection to the subconscious collective. And also, Hani says yes, clear and can see. Thank you. And Amy continues, that also makes sense that the pictures are what is needed for each of us uniquely. Clean our own house inside. And she says also that's a gorgeous description of shadow work, what he is saying now. Okay. Yes, hard and true. Holly writes. Okay, and we have another question. Amit Damari is asking, can you clear more the difference between acting and intention? So an action and intention, maaseh v'kavana. She's asking if by putting the right intention it will bring me to the right actions, and she's giving an example. If she says that if before she was used to midget herself near others, and she's asking if now she puts the right awareness and intention, will her actions will change from doing this right intention and awareness?
I hear a little bit tricky questions.
Okay.
How we put the right intention? First of all, we all left-handed, so right for us it's not a big blessing. Second, how she will know what's the right intention, she will never know. Just the Spirit knows what's the right intention, and she will never tell us.
Yes, but
Wait! The action doesn't count, the words doesn't count, doesn't change anything, doesn't touch the lesson or the main reason that why I create the lesson. The words and the action doesn't count. The action is supposed to be naturally after I tuned the intention. In Hebrew, to think comes from the word important. And like I said, our purpose is to think like our spirit. All the lesson and all the fixing and all the struggling and all the daytime and the night and the sex and the food and the money and the world and the wars we created just to learn to think. But not to understand. In this thinking, it's not to understand. To think that I created it, to think that it begins in me, we call it imun la'emun, to practice to believe in our spirit, to feel more important because I merged to my spirit, to go back home. That's the right intention. Other ways to want to put the right intention near tomorrow when I go to the work, near when I'm in the road, when I have sex, when I eat food, to put the right intention, it's the worst. It's like the what we did 26,000 years. To each thing we had pray, we had tricks, we had blocks. So, the right intention, Amit, it's to merge the part in me that created it, and I don't know even if it's here or there, but this is why I go back home. I put it in the vertical line, and the Spirit bring it. And the right intention, it's not to know what's what's the exact intention and why I created and what it means and why now and how many lifetimes it's fixing. And the right intention, it's to lift a little bit my spirit more than 2 minutes ago in my eyes and in my awareness. That's very, very wise answer, and I want you, all of you, to write it down. The right intention, even all the Israelis that hear me now, the right intention, it's to lift up my spirit in my awareness, in my thinking, in my physically, a little bit higher or whatever than 2 minutes ago. That's the right intention.
Okay, but I have a question about it. When I put awareness, when I'm getting back to my home and I'm trying to, to be aware near the difficulty that I just created, how do I accurate myself that I actually, my intention is, that I'm doing it from my intention and not from my mind? Because I can say words, I'm getting back home, I'm doing this, I'm doing awareness, but how do I know it's the intentionally I'm actually doing it?
This is why you need to add the breathing. This is why you need, like when I say you go back home, I give a list what it means. This is why even if it begin with the mind, it will lead you to the spirit.
What do you mean give lists?
Like to get back home, it's remember that it begins in me. I don't want to get rid of it. I just want to learn to use it. It's not bad or good. It's accurate. It's not dark. Even if I call it bag of sheets, it's not dark. It's the old need, the old density. I really feel, and that's for sure, even there is no future, that the head is going to function very different soon. Till now, the mind was the first disturbing me to allowing, and it was the need. Because the need changed, so we will less use the mind to disturb. Like it's so simple to love what you create and not to love others, to pay and to double, to see others and to meet yourself. Like it's so simple, but we never allow it. We want other people to love us. We want other people to give us what's missing in us. We want God. We create the biggest illusion about God give you whatever missing in you. You just be the right soldier. So it's very, very powerful to understand and to know that the head is going to less disturb. If it will be in 1 day, 1 month, I don't know, but that's for sure it will be, because the need is different. So even now, when you are in the bridge, you begin with the mind and it helps you to merge your spirit more and more, it's good. Don't fight. Just, it's like the mind is reminding you and then you begin the process.
Yes, but sometimes I forgot to put awareness.
This is why every 4 seconds you create amazing secretaries with skirts around you to remind you who you are, what's your main lesson, what's missing in you. Now, before, yes, you could go to vacations and forget about the world and see a movie and run away from this world. Now not. If you have a chance to create a new, you cannot run away anymore.
You mean
every minute, every second, every minute, you create mirrors, lessons. You just need to learn how to use the tendencies. The tendencies, yes. The old tendency in the last 26,000 years is to change the haircut in the mirror, and then maybe it will change in us. Not work anymore. take the tendency of to change, to want to change others, and breathe in, and go back home, and then, especially now, like I said before, it was ripped, the fixing, the tikkunim. Now, just inhale and exhale. Sorry, just exhale. And you clear, but, add the awareness that you don't do it to get rid of your shit.
Oh, I have a question about it.
Let's first see if there is more question there. No, okay, you can ask.
You're saying that we don't want to get rid of things in the intention. We don't want to get rid of.
We have a tendency to
yeah.
that. We want to get rid of our sickness,
No,
what we create, what passing through us. We want to, we have
no,
a tendency.
I'm talking about specific the breathing out of the pleasure or the pain. So
Okay.
you said intentionally we don't want to get rid. We're not doing it because we want to get rid of something, but we are trying to
help the
to
system,
release,
to help my new need. My new need is to clear, it's to balance between in and out. It's to balance between my higher self that want to ground it in my body. And sorry, I'm a vessel. If I don't clear the shit, there is no space. In this cup, I cannot put 2 liters, 2 gallons, no way. You understand? So to have the higher self inside of us, there are some needs inside of us now. It's a new need, and it's easy now to clear, to make a space.
So the right intention will be that we don't want to get
That
rid
I'm
of it,
helping my new needs, and I agree to learn how to allowing the higher self to be grounded in me.
Yeah, no, I'm asking specific about the breathing out. When we're breathing out,
Exhale.
yes, we trying to release some emotions from the system. So
Yeah.
we don't want to get rid of them, we just want to release them.
We just the new need is to release. So I'm just serving my new need.
Michael, it's releasing pain or pleasure. It's just expressing it
Again,
in the moment.
again,
It's just being in
listen.
the moment.
One thing I learned from my spirit:
Don't try to put
to
the
be
man in
stupid
its
and
stance.
happy.
Just think of
No,
yeah, okay.
I don't have any analyzing to it. I can put my mind and give you 1,000 of analyzing. I don't want that. If the spirit says now it's easy to get emptiness, to create new space inside of me, because we cannot create the new territory outside. The outside is just the result of the in. That's, you understand? Even in Hebrew, face, panim, it's panim. Face and what inside, it's one thing. We cannot create outside. We can create the in, more the grounded of the higher self inside. And that's the need now, because the higher self want to lead us to the new world, and with the energy fields and everything. More you create the right territory around us without going like an animal to pee near every soulmate around you and to mark your territory. So don't pee near the soulmate. So yes, just allowing to the new need. When I'm breathing, I'm allowing to the new need. I'm not doing that to get rid of all my 26,000 years of being midget, of people insulted me, people didn't appreciate me.
Appreciate.
Even there is no such a thing. We still look for nice people around us. That's very, very, very low demanding. Okay, so
You want to do a tuning or no? Or
I don't know yet. So just let's total. From 2 days ago, from Thursday, we begin a process. The last Mohican, the last stamp to the new world, 2 eclipses. One will be in the 26, 27. One will be in the January 10. but always 2 weeks before and 2 weeks after. It means we're going to December, January, to huge process that we have to. We have to. We don't have a choice if we have the potential to allow in the no. If we need help, yes, sometimes we need help, but you can also help yourself. And help by breathing, help by changing the density, the need in you of density, like outside God, like religious, like animal food. The higher self cannot exist with these old things. So, in the 26, 27, maybe even I will do another lecture, I don't know yet. In English, I mean. In Hebrew, for sure, I'm doing 2 big gatherings to all the people about money, because every person, every group, every company, every government, every whatever, every family will feel different contact with money, physically money. But it's a different contact with all the kind of the dance of the material inside of you and around you. So that's a big, huge revolution. So I'm coming to New York in the January 3rd till January 8th. If you need some work from far with happiness, if you feel that you need some hands to help you to clear the dungeon, but your awareness, it has to be your awareness that you don't want to get rid, you just merge to the new need. Go back home every minute to create the right energy fields, the spatial energy fields that combine all the energy fields that exist. And like I said, help your system, don't disturb the system, or don't disturb your system to put your spirit in the front of all around you. Because that's the new need. We will not do any meditation, the spirit says no. And Holly, I'm not sorry because I'm not American. Just American when they go to the elevator and when they stand in the line or whatever, they're always sorry. No, I'm not sorry. I feel my spirit. And very important to use this time. So catch yourself even with awareness that you decide to help to clear your system with exhale and either pleasure or pain. You will feel the big difference when you will do it with the right awareness.
Wait, Amy says, thank you for this teaching. And Holly says, it's okay. Thank you. And Amy also says, see you on Thursday.
I'm kissing myself.
Oh, yum. Yay. Sending my love.
I'm kissing myself
Amy.
to all of you. And I was really happy to do it because it's the emergency need of this knowledge. And I will try, I don't promise, but I will try in this. First of all, I will do some tuning around the clip in 26, 27, maybe 28. This eclipse that will change.
Clip 1.
Eclipse.
Clip 1.
No, eclipse.
Clips is מלא.
לא, אבל אמא שלי אמרה שאומרים אקליפס.
I'm wearing clips.
My mother told you how to say?
Yeah, your
Yeah, what she
American
said.
mother was teaching me to say clips, and finally I'm
Clips.
fixing myself.
I think it's clip, whatever.
It's okay, whatever, they understand me. I will try in the 26, 27, or 28 do some tuning, or to lecture, or to help you to change your contract with the concept money, that you will be not in the safe side, in the joy, allowing
Here,
as
how
a
do you-
system of making double, because we inside of us, each cell building, it's not, cannot even take it to double everything. Youth, joy, money, everything that I write, I'm putting the right intention and the right awareness, and it's clear for me, become double with no one give me. And we're going to learn about that. So enjoy the government. I enjoy your president. Really enjoy him. And enjoy myself near him. And even don't try to enjoy this time. Try to fix this time. This amazing time. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.